In this life, I think we all have gifts. I think some people are good at talking, some people are good at selling, some good at math, some good at making money. One of my gifts is I have a good eye for bull, and so it's kind of hard to get some things past me. Here, I was watching this show with my kids. It's on A&E about volcanoes, about Mount St. Helens, and I noticed a little problem. Check it out. See if you see what I see.
On a ridge less than 8 miles from the explosion, Robert Rogers runs to grab his camera.
I get back to the car, whip open the door, drop a roll of unexposed film, and start shooting really fast. Click, 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 jam. I got 6 shots, and my camera jammed.
In Bear Meadows, 14 miles to the northeast, amateur photographer Gary Rosenquist grabs his camera and snaps 23 photos in just 30 seconds.
I couldn't concentrate on a viewfinder, so I started taking photographs again, and I kept taking photographs till I ran out of film.
So supposedly they made this animation from a few shots that this guy got off. You hear him. He says he grabbed his camera, started shooting. Yet the camera doesn't seem to be moving at all. This guy has some great hands. He stands perfectly still and takes the same shots over and over while a volcano's going off in front of him. That's amazing.
Glanced over at the mountain.
This next clip here is by Hawaii's leading news station, Con 2 News. Con, as in, it's all a big con.
It was a stunning sight at Kilauea Volcano, a so-called fire hose of lava pouring into the Pacific Ocean. But that ended today with the collapse of a large sea cliff. This week, we've been telling you about the dangers of getting too close to the lava flow because of a growing crack in the sea cliff. Scientists told us the cliff could collapse at any time, and this afternoon, it did. Alexander Zanes joins us with more on what happened. Alexander?
Yeah, Joe, the sea cliff collapsed without warning. Geologists had gone out to check the status of the cracks and were close enough to watch, but far enough to be out of harm's way when it happened.
Cascading sheets of lava creating explosions where the molten rock hits the sea, spattering plumes nearly twice as high as the sea cliff itself. A fire hose of lava has been a sight to behold over the last few weeks at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park.
That pouring into the ocean is really unusual, and then to have it last this long and to keep growing in its size is very unusual, really, really special and beautiful sight to see.
Over the last few days, large cracks in the lava rock made it extremely dangerous for anyone approaching by land or by sea. I'm told grinding noises were heard coming from the cracks in the rock, which expanded to more than twice the original size in just a day. And then, without warning, a 98-foot-long portion of the sea cliff broke off into the ocean. Fortunately for the scientists who had just arrived, they were far enough away to be out of danger, but their camera captured the collapse.
Apparently, it did. Part of the sea cliffs did fall off this afternoon and create quite a big splash and waves.
Lava is still flowing into the ocean, but the fire hose-like flow can no longer be seen. Park rangers say even though that part of the cliff did break off, the area is still constantly changing, and park users need to heed safety ropes and signs at all times.
There's a reason why
So there you see that the USGS is also involved in this lie, along with the news, and they are part of the Department of Interior. They have been the science portion of that department for the last 125 years, and they report directly to the Department of Education, or Miseducation here in America, and that's the news that you guys are getting. It's all, a lot of it is a big lie.
Alexander Zanes, KHON 2 News.
Like that stuff?
What was that again?
Like when you see the black spray, is that rock
that's lava.
coming off?
Yeah,
That's lava hitting the water.
yeah.
Okay, this right here is obviously fake. Lava, they say, is about 1,000 degrees, and if it was running into the water, you'd see a big reaction. Also, that water would be boiling hot, so the drone goes into boiling water, it comes out like nothing. Yeah, this is just a bunch of CGI, and it's just not feasible.
Another thing that we can see when we look at videos of this particular flow, and videos actually of a lot of flows, is something that you all call skylights. When we see a skylight, tell us what we're looking at exactly.
So with these flows, when they form, with most flows, over time you'll eventually get a lava tube which develops, and in the case of the eastern flow, the eastern breakout of the new breakouts, from the central channel, the top of that channel crusted over, and so that is the beginning of a lava tube. One section of that roof fell in, revealing the lava stream flowing underneath the crusted, the hard surface. Yesterday there was a very beautiful skylight over top of the lava tube, feeding these flows on the eastern breakout, probably about 20 feet across or so, and it was a spectacular view of the lava stream moving quite rapidly beneath the surface of the lava flow, feeding flows further downslope.
First of all, what causes the portion of the lava tube to just fall in and create a skylight?
In this case, looking at the skylight, we can see that the crust around the edge of the skylight was quite thin, and so I think what the situation here is that we had a very broad section of the tube. How broad, I'm not sure. You couldn't see the edges of the tube on the inside, but it was too wide for the thickness of the crust, and the crust simply couldn't support itself and fell in.
It's only a matter of time before humans step foot on a new planetary body in our solar system. And with that in mind, NASA Goddard Space Flight Center is learning how to develop instruments that would be used by humans to conduct exploration and research. One research program actively involved in this pursuit sits in isolation in a habitat on the slopes of the Mauna Loa volcano in Hawaii. It's called High Seas, and the Mars-like conditions and geology of the landscape allow the crews there to perform field tests and experiments that give a mission simulation an extra dose of realism.
Mark Cheglat is a photographer who specialises in shooting volcanoes. In his career he's climbed over 40, many of them several times. In early March he was studying the Sakurajima volcano in Japan and witnessed several eruptions. Volcanic lightning is rare to observe, as it only usually occurs at large eruptions, but this seems to be a hot spot where it can be seen frequently. The last major eruption of the volcano occurred in 1914, when 35 people died. But since 1955, it's been erupting almost constantly, and experts worry that another large eruption might be imminent.
We're good. And you can see it's on. Let's go ahead and see what happens, guys. Oh shit. So it's about to eat it up, as you can see. Active flow. Guys, I'm shaking so much right now. It's pretty much halfway eaten that. Hey, get the stick anyways, maybe you can poke it out. But I don't think so. So as you can see, guys, it's almost completely over. Hey, you want to get the stick maybe? Maybe it'll eat it up. Almost, yeah, попробуй вынь. Yeah. It's a little bit, oh, it's starting to catch on fire. Oh, shit, that's hardening. Oh, it's on fire, Oh, dude, let me get it. Hey, let me go. Check that out. No. Yeah.
And to end it, here's a quick scene from Terminator 2, filmed in 1991, about that time. Now look at the CGI from that time, and we're in 2017, and you could see if they just added those red textures that it would look just like lava. Hey Arnie, what do you think of that? Is that lava?
Vámonos.